Hello guys, and welcome back to the last video in this series. And as you can read in the caption, what is my purpose? So, this is kind of one of those ultimate questions, right? Like, this is what we're all kind of striving for, and as I want to discover truth, really this is tied into it. And I would propose that you guys are also asking these questions if you're interested in what I'm interested in. So first we have to identify a couple things. Truth is consistent, and so we have to look for consistencies. First thing I want to point out here is that my is talking about me. And when you ask this question, you're talking about you. And when we talk about different things, there's always going to be different information involved. And my purpose is going to be different than your purpose because they are different. A purpose is a thing you were meant to do, right? So if we believe in, as we spoke about free will, if you believe everything is determined and everything is consequential, and that it's not like there's a randomness to any of it, then you'll believe that you're going to fulfill your purpose, obviously. But there's a difference between fulfilling your purpose unknowingly, right? So you're just going about your life and you do something, right? And you just do it. And then also knowing what you're doing when you actually do it. And I think if any of you are listening right now and you're asking the question, what is my purpose? It's probably part of your purpose to understand why you're doing some of the things you're doing. You'll never understand why you do everything you do, but you can understand more of it and you can see the bigger picture. And that's why we dig into these questions, because we can get at the heart of it. We can understand the principles of the reality, and then we can take that and look at the big picture to help guide us and make decisions, which we are always going to do. But anyway, so before I get too complicated, let's ask the question, what is my purpose? So, if you saw my last video, you will know that that all humans have desires, and that morals are kind of what we've constructed to help us guide us toward what we desire and what we don't desire, right? And these desires seem to be, from what I've observed, pulling humans in different directions, right? Without desires, I've consistently seen if someone has no desire, that they will not do anything. But if you have a desire to eat because you're hungry, you will do something. If you have a desire to run a marathon because you are inspired, then you will do that. So we understand that desires are pulling us in different directions. And if we want to understand our purpose, a purpose is a thing that we are supposed to do, we have to understand this element of nature which is pulling us to do things, right? Because the truth is in what we perceive and see consistency within. So if we want to know what the truth of our purpose is, we have to look at the world, see what it is, and know what it is that we're supposed to do within it. And the way we can see what we're supposed to do within it is see what is causing people to do things within it, and why it's causing them to do that, and what it's causing them to do. Essentially, what it's causing them to do. So I would propose that our purpose is to go toward these things that our desires are pulling us to do. This really is this is new ground for me. I'm starting to break new ground, and I'm not really sure where I am with it. And that's why I'm opening these questions up to the public here, so we can really get to this, because this is a question I ask myself a lot. But I know, as each of us are humans, right, we're going to have different purposes, but I know with all the consistency that we have, right, and we can ask this question like, what is the purpose of that, what is the purpose of this, but I can see within the consistency of us all being humans, we're all going to have consistent purposes. And from what I've perceived, humans like to reproduce. Humans like to preserve life and like to grow and create. And it's kind of all in this area of production, so to speak, and multiplication. And it's almost like we are transforming things into something else. It seems that our desires push us toward growth and expansion. And even after we die, everything we did, like have kids, bring about ideas, create inventions, continues to live on and expand. And in that sense, you never die, in the sense that what you brought to the world will continue to exist forever and ever. So if we're going to try and really narrow down what our purpose is, it looks to me like our purpose is to create, expand, and grow. And specifically to each person, it looks like each person's purpose is to create those things which their desire pulls them to create. And I'm not talking about just their surface level desire, I'm talking about their true desire. This is as far as I got with purpose, guys. And so I open this question up to you guys. I want you to help me. I want you to comment. I want you to ask the big questions. What is our purpose? How do we move on from here? And everything I've been doing has been kind of leading up to this point, right? Because this is one of the real main questions. I'm pursuing truth, but ultimately I'm pursuing that because I desire to have an understanding so I can do stuff. And it's all tied together. And this is a big question, so I think we need to get down to the bottom of it. So anyone who's out there, who has questions, who has solutions, bring them forth. Let's talk about them, let's discuss them. And this is the end of the series, so Obizi Wan is out. Have a nice life.